It's definitely the beach. It's a nice view though, Korea. Hike. Hello, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to, again being nosy, but I'm going to look into the health of Jamie Foxx and see kind of, what's going on in that area. I'm gonna just check the cards and see what that's looking like. So I'm gonna start with bringing in positive energy and releasing the negative energy that comes around us. I got a good lighter at that. So yeah, we want to bring in some positive energy and release the negative energy that surrounds us. I'm going to try and make this quick. If I can get it lit. Bringing in the positive energy and releasing the negative. Bringing in the positive energy and releasing the negative. I'm also going to use the candle of love and light. I believe with what Jamie Foxx is going through or experiencing right now, it'd be a good thing to send him some love and light. Incense of luck. May he experience and receive all the luck he needs. Peace and blessings. So with that, there will be a disclaimer in the description box. Everything I say is alleged. I don't want to really look into a lot of different things surrounding the situation. I want to more so look into his health, see how he's doing, and what are possible outcomes. So with that being said, we're going to jump right in. Ooh, slot. excuse any noise in my background because my family is here. So they should be being quiet, but sometimes they don't. Okay, right off back, I kind of see a lot of things. I kind of see that he started out some new adventures or whatever. There's like a lot of things that he was working on that were new to him. And when I say new to him, I mean new as in new projects, not a new experience, but new projects. So he's working on several projects at one time. And a lot of these things were taking a toll on him. A lot of these things, he needed to cut out some of them, which he didn't, because, I mean, not saying that I've ever met him before, but he seems very passionate about the things that he do. He's very creative, with certain things in his music and his movies, and it took a toll. It took a toll. And at this point, when he experienced this medical condition, it almost brought things to an end. Jamie is one who likes to take risks. So some of the things in which he was working on were probably really risky. I think emotionally, when they took a toll on him, he liked to indulge a lot. He possibly was feeling stressed out at times and having drinks. That probably didn't help if he had a pre-existing medical condition. As they say, some of the things should have just been cut out. I think this was like a wake-up call to say he was in need of rest. He was in need of being able to just sit back, get into his thoughts, figure out a lot of things before just going forward and going into it. But I think that Jamie's so passionate about what he does. He comes in full force and he puts all his emotion into what it is that he was doing. So during the process of time, over time, that has taken a toll on him. Rest was really needed. Some of the projects he endured, he really needed to cut out. Let me see. I'm going to take a look at the Hermit cards. And I want them to show me the cards that I need to see. Tell me a little bit about this pre-existing medical condition. A lot of people depend on him. A lot of people need him. The way in which he does his work, it comes out beautiful. As you can see, the You Are So Beautiful card. And he placed a lot of his time, a lot of his emotion, a lot of him into all of his work. And at this time, he's kind of consuming, what has happened. And he's wishing that things were different. He doesn't want to feel like he let anybody down. It says, I'm coming, you can trust me, or whatever. So I feel as though he is trying to get back into the Jamie that he was. And from what I see, I know there's a lot of speculation out there as to what exactly has happened to him. And I think for myself, what I feel is that there could have been a stroke, or there could have been a brain aneurysm. And that sometimes affects the mobility. It affects the way in which you're able to use your mobility, things like speaking and physical movement. And so he wants people to trust that, like, he's trying hard to get back into that area of normal, or what we would consider normal. Now, I know there was some things that came out that the family supposedly said they were praying for the best but expecting the worst. Well, demise is not the worst. I think the worst is pretty much the time that it's going to take to be able to get him back into a sentence of what he already was. And they're preparing to deal with this situation no matter what the outcome is, but hoping that he can get back to his physical self. The Empress, he is working hard on nurturing that. He's working hard on being able to speak again. You know, he's working hard on being able to, little things like move and take steps. So I do believe that he is in a rehabilitation center, and he's working hard on gaining that mobility. I think that is his worst for him. That is what he's looking to overcome. I'm going to need these. I think that he really wants to come out to the public and express, all of his gratitude that he has. Six of Pentacles. All the gratitude that he has for those people who have been praying for him. The family members and other people who've been by his side, doing all this. Like, he wants to show the generosity. But I think that a lot of things that are in the media are being kept from him due to high stress levels. He doesn't want to feel like a charity case. The Two of Wands. He's in a position to where it's like he's trying to set the new foundation. He's taking the first steps in what it is to get back better. It's a stage of planning, because Jamie, as we knew him, I don't believe will be the same as what everybody else expects. His heart, his feeling, his energy will be exactly the same. But that will be a difference in the Jamie as we know him. So he's planning for that. Like, he's really trying hard to get better. He's setting like new goals, new ideas, landing a different foundation. He doesn't want things to be hard on his family. But he has like so much gratitude. He is grateful to be able to be here, to start all over, to try again. Like, he's really grateful. Knight of Wands. He's definitely a risk taker. He's a free spirited person, and he is like pushing hard because, like, he's coming in, and he's trying to come in fast. Whereas when you have a certain injury like a stroke or aneurysm, your thoughts come in quicker. Then you can actually send the brain wave to allow the thoughts to tell the body to do the function. And he's trying so hard, it becomes a confusing factor. But the truth is, it'll just take time. It'll just take time because he has like the biggest heart. He's really determined, and those are good things. With those signs that he's showing now, it's like he'll get that new beginning. Things, like I said, may be in a different form, but he will get that new beginning. He will get that chance to be able to come back into some sort of normalness for himself as to what he think is normal. He overworked himself. And I just will say, sometimes with the whole thing of having a stroke or, a possible brain aneurysm. And again, that is allegedly. I'm not a doctor and I have not treated Jamie Foxx. Just looking up based upon the cards. So many things that he was doing and so many things that he was going through, he didn't allow his body the rest. He didn't take the time out to kind of just sit back and think about things. What things can I eliminate? You know what I'm saying? To eliminate the stress. And sometimes that will result into having one too many drinks. I do believe, not that he's an alcoholic, but I do believe that whatever condition he had that may have been pre-existent, alcohol was not good for it. And a lot of times, when we get stressed out, when we feel a certain type of way about things, we try to sit back and rationalize things with having a drink. And, it just doesn't impair us as far as like our vision, but it can impair us internally. Stress is like the worst thing for the body. And when you pile something else on top of what's already going on with stress, we lose the functions. We lose the functions of the body. I'm going to look at a few oracles and just see. Sending out dear brother Jamie Foxx, love and light. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me? Show me the cards I need to see. Show me the cards I need to see. There I go. Can't have a reading without dropping the card. That wouldn't be right. Okay, one is I can't stop thinking. And the other one is I'm becoming a better person. And I like to take that as with all the energy that he's putting into getting better, like I said, maybe the whole change as we think it will be, maybe that change makes him a better person. Maybe this actual thing that he went through just gives him a time to sit back and reflect on life, and to figure out things that are better for him. Makes it so that he is then able to cut out all of those things that stressed him out. I can't stop thinking. He's reflecting, as I just said, like he has nothing but time right now in the process of getting better to reflect, to sit back and think, how can I do things differently? Because he's so grateful to be here. This is what he's avoiding. This is his biggest challenge, a demise. And that he did not meet. He did not meet his demise. And he's so grateful for that. And so now he's reflecting back on life, things he can do different, things he can change. There will be like not taking on so many projects at one time. Maybe even alleviating himself from around people, places, and things that don't serve him. I can't say that at this point he is in good hands. He has had a lot of doctors, a lot of physicians come out and, give their opinion and help him out in this process, as he strives to get better. With this Empress, he is being nurtured in the right way. This is his chance at that growth. Just gonna look at a few more cards. I'm gonna look at some randoms and see what we pick up. Like, he's worked hard his entire career, and he has been overwhelmed a lot. And sometimes you just really have to take the time out for self. But like when you're famous and you're in the public eye and you have 1 million people depending on you, a multitude of people who want things from you, you tell yourself there's no time to sit down. You tell yourself there's no time to figure it out. You just kind of going to jump out there and you're going to wing it. If I'm not mistaken, did he have the Fool card? Taking risks. Jamie did that a lot. And this risk with his health, is just one he cannot take again. Ooh, that's way too many. Way too many. I don't know why the whole deck won't come out, but I'm definitely not going to read all that. Maybe I'm going too fast. this has been a long journey for Jamie. Maybe it's also been a journey that he's been dealing with this medical condition. And so the things in which he's been doing, how he's been handling things happen in divine order. And so that just means there are things that has to happen in order for something else to happen, and we really don't have the control on it, but it causes for change. And this is what woke Jamie up. He is definitely changing. Love. He has a lot of love surrounding him, and I believe that this is also what we need to send him. We need to pray for him and send him love and light, so that as he's completing the journey that he's on, it is one that is a better journey. And I am pretty sure the divine is by his side to make sure this is a more peaceful journey, because this has been a learning process for Jamie. This has been a time that he's, like I say, he's really going to take the time out now and reflect on a lot of things. We will be hearing for Jamie, and I don't know how soon that is, because like I said, when you have something serious happen to you like that, it takes time to get back into the position for little things like to speak. If someone has a stroke or they possibly had a brain aneurysm, there could be a speech impediment, and there could be a long road ahead of him. But at the end of the day, I see that road turning out in his favor, because he's working with divine. He has divine order, and that can be in his favor. And a lot of times that sometimes we can communicate even without using words. But he will address the public with thanks and appreciation, and it'll be all in due time. You can't put amount of weeks, amount of months, or amount of days on situations like this that are really serious. And most of all, if he's up jumping around right now and happy, he should only be reflecting on his joy at this time, opposed to worrying about kind of what the public thinks, because the internet is undefeated. They can say so many different things that you don't want to fall right back into a stressful, situation just because you're reading things in the media or you're hearing what everybody else is talking about. This time for Jamie is a time for self. And I believe that that's what he is working on, self. He is working really hard to rehabilitate. And no, we haven't heard the last of Jamie Foxx. And again, I'd like to send that brother some love and light. So well wishes to him. I hope he gets better soon. And I hope you guys enjoy the reading. Again, everything is a legend. Peace and prosperity to everybody watching. Peace.